Ever found yourself cramming for an exam the night before? Or maybe you've been stuck on a complex concept for what feels like forever. It's a common struggle, and it can be frustrating, but don't worry. This isn't a life sentence. Today we're going to share a few smart and effective study tips that can transform your learning experience. Scene script tip 1. Break it down. One of the most common problems students face is the overwhelming feeling of tackling a large volume of information. The solution? Break your study material into manageable chunks. This technique, known as chunking, can make a massive difference in your study routine. It allows your brain to better absorb information and makes the task seem less daunting. Moving on, tip 2. Use active recall. Ever read a chapter of a textbook only to realize you can't remember a thing? That's because passive reading doesn't engage your brain enough for effective memorization. Try using active recall instead. After reading a section, close the book and summarize what you've learned in your own words. This will help cement the information in your mind. Now on to tip 3, the Feynman technique. Named after the famed physicist Richard Feynman, this method involves explaining a concept in simple terms, as if you were teaching it to someone else. This not only forces you to understand the topic deeply, but also highlights areas where you might be struggling. Tip 4. Prioritize sleep. Pulling an all-nighter might seem like a good idea, but it's not. Studies have shown that lack of sleep can negatively impact your memory and cognitive functions. So, make sure you're getting enough rest. Your brain will thank you. Finally, tip 5. Stay consistent. Consistency is key when it comes to studying. Establish a study routine and stick to it. This not only helps you manage your time better, but also trains your brain to get into the study mode more easily. To wrap things up, remember, studying effectively is about working smarter, not harder. Break your study material into manageable chunks, use active recall, apply the Feynman technique, prioritize sleep, and stay consistent with your study routine. With these tips in your arsenal, you're well on your way to becoming a more efficient and successful learner. So go out there and conquer those books.